Hello everyone, LIGHTSTAR here, and I'm coming in hot with some new transmission, new light language for you guys that is going to be really interesting. So you're not going to want to miss this one. It's definitely a new download for me, and coming in with some information to share about balancing the AI and our own physicality from some new beings that are coming through. So, at least for me anyway. So I want you guys to get right into this content. It's really interesting and exciting. So I'm going to do a light language activation from them as well. And so let's get started. So grab your coffee, tea, popcorn, health bar, whatever you would like. And let's get into this awesome activation. Greetings everyone, this is LIGHTSTAR and we're back again. I welcome to all of you. Love you guys. Thanks for coming and joining this awesome tribe here. And I have got some really exciting things to share today. And I wanted to talk about something that is important that I feel is coming to the surface. And I'm also going to do a light language activation from something a little new that's come forth in the last, I would say, about 6 months or so. You know, every so often I get some new languages that download. For those of you guys that have been watching me for a while, you know that I speak so many different types of languages and transmissions from my work and from what I do. And I've integrated them over a period of several years of time that it's taken me to kind of integrate them all, and to some of them I haven't even integrated yet, just so you know. I was told that I had about 125 languages that are in my field, okay, that I have brought down probably more than maybe 20 of that. So that's just to give you an idea of how long it takes for us to open up to all of them. But nonetheless, I've integrated quite a bit, and I use them in my light language chakra clearings when I do that for sessions. But for a while, there was a point in time where those languages came through so rapidly that I had to just basically say, whoa, back off, let me integrate, let me kind of process this. And I wanted to identify where these were coming from because that was important to me, and so that I knew what stream of energy I was bringing through. And so for several years, I really just went through that process of doing that, getting clear, knowing what they were from, where they were from, at least energies. And then I would say I plateaued, I guess, for a while, where if any of you guys know what that's like, you just go through a plateau period where you're just, I wasn't saying I wasn't getting anything new at all, but the languages had kind of curtailed just mainly because I was the one that was saying, whoa, wait a minute, right? Then after I got a little more comfortable, years and years later, now some things are starting to open up again. And I had a specific language that came through, and like I said, it's within the last 6 months, and usually I give it a good time period for me to kind of tune in, know where these energies are coming from. That's important to me. So anyhow, so onward and forward, I wanted at this time, what had been coming up was this. I know this is going to seem unrelated at first, but I'll explain. But this process that we're going through as a whole, as a collective right now, where it feels like we're getting bombarded with the AI technologies and new technologies, right, that feel like they're taking away our humanity and basically taking away our jobs too. But there's some things that this balance going on that needed to come back. So just because of that, what we're going through in our external world here and the things that are coming up, which is this AI technologies, the new things that are coming on our phones and our computers and all of the different technologies that are coming in. something was starting to come in, I feel, into my field that was trying to share a different perspective from this, from what I was getting, okay, in terms of the beings that were coming through, from what is known as Spica, S-P-I-C-A. Pronounce that if it's pronounced Spica, or I say Spica, potato. Anyway, but I'm just going to call it Spica. If you say it's not pronounced that way, then sorry, but that's just the way I'm bringing it through. But these beings started to connect with me and start to download some of this language. But before that, it was really about this feeling that they were bringing forth for us to, it was almost like I don't want to say a warning, but a stepping in just to share about, for us to be careful. Okay, so it's sort of like a be careful where you're treading and what you're creating here and what's happening, okay? Because what I was getting the download is that these beings had gone through this before. They had experienced this energy of bombardment with different technologies that maybe, you know, AI can be on a good side too, but then when it gets into hands that are not so great, then we know what happens there, right? So they had experienced this and were able to bring themselves back to a place of learning how to balance technology and the physicality, humanness, whatever you want to call that, to balance it so that it didn't get out of hand. And so they had some messages for us as a whole and how we can kind of cope with these bombardments or energies thereof, okay, bringing that forward. And this also is something that is bringing something that's going to come forth for me. I'm not exactly sure when this is going to come out, but I was guided to come out with these cell phone background wallpaper images based upon some of my artwork, because the beings wanted to come through to assist in buffering some of the lower dimensional, lower vibrational, lower frequency waves or bandwidths that are coming through, okay? So that's kind of a specific thing that I'm going to be coming out with. Might even be already out at the time that this video is rolling. I'm not quite sure. Sometime this summer for sure that's going to be coming forth, at least to start. So this has sort of promoted all of this because, and then I started to get more information, not specifics like about every little detail, but just more information about the energy of where these beings, Spica, where they're coming from and why this is coming forth now. Because I have to explain something, is that if I wanted to learn a light language per se, like I wanted to get, I didn't, but I'm just saying, like initially, I want to get Spica. I want to get the language from Spica. I mean, that's not what it was, but if I did, it doesn't mean that it's going to come in for me. So for me personally, it has been a process of what comes in when it's supposed to come in and when it's supposed to be downloaded for that particular reason at that particular time, and not always like me controlling it, wanting it to be a certain timeline of when I get that language, okay? Hopefully that's clear, because I know that some other people might get that right off the bat. They say, I want to get Pleiadian or Arcturian, and boom, there it goes. That wasn't exactly how it came in for me. It was more about what was necessary at the time, not necessarily what I wanted. So anyway, with that said, that's the overall, and the reason why I'm sharing this is that the overall message of the beings from Spica that I'm getting here, that are bringing forth, is very much about that topic, okay? It's about balancing humanity, or balancing our humanity here, in not to go overboard or let this AI technology go overboard, because it can be detrimental to our society, to our world, to everything. So So that was kind of the message, but they also wanted to, with this light language transmission, I would say, is to provide you guys with some strength and some, I would say, defense mechanisms as well to shield yourself from some of these vibrational, radiational, that's even a word, radiational energies that are coming forth, okay? So that could be like the EMF waves, that could be some of the external forces, the electric forces that are coming through that you may not be aware of, okay? So it's kind of something subtle, but bringing forth some defenses for those things that are not helpful for your energy personally, okay? Personally. And to strengthen our collective energy and our unification energies to know what we are deciding here as a whole, as a collective, and to get very clear and focused upon that, okay? So that was I needed to set that up, okay? I'm not showing an image because I don't have one. I didn't do one of the Spica people yet. Maybe that's coming in some point, but at the moment, this is just gonna be an activation for this and this purpose of what I've been explaining here, okay? So let me bring some of this through and we'll just do that, okay? So as you know, just go, put your mind off to the side and just breathe and just feel what you feel, or maybe some of you guys might get some translations from this, and that's fine. But that's the overall message that I'm bringing, so I'm just gonna kind of let the energy come through, okay? Bishaptas taribi setet tasun amatasbash. Basat tu sa pti takusum patarson sutapasanti shupatati tu pakapa kanta tapasant. Tu son da zabadishupate patakin antu unsupatas. Beti kimte supatas matepe papashit. Bariate sutaptis patakin bitia. Mata patan umbatasos umpatashi patapes, batatetman pat debataka pates, bishompatanen mat atapan, batisu umpatapi, bishiptadant, hutapadapet tus matati hisianan. Upakaye tu akapashete untopa akapahi, ke hita ama supata antishi basta toka makaiki petes. Basosto topan te sotama ibukoya kapen, betisota nata meat hapakash, betiti isotopa akai ite, upatasan amanasapate hashe petat, upa kamaki amakash upakit, upabash, utaro patarite, boka patatasa topatashi, utani tupaka kamiti kopakash patedematas, bastu pakanana tatpa, Kabashu patenit apar anto bakari itupa, ubisu topa apetus, petiso pata, betuso pata apato kumpa, shupatet itap, otamatapeset itepen, patatason, betiso na pat isushin patakmi, bepasanta tu kapapasat, ubat sepeteipat, anapatapahab, ukam apetisempti, di tutapa asati kuba pata to manatat pet, itopat asu tupaka amba kiku tapat estupa, etipitio tapa kupak itapada ashputama, pitus patani, bakaku tapanda essa piti tatan, upapake shipete ike, wabata sasan. Petiti ito pa apatakuba, hitupama ta isupa akupa, Bitu shupapano totaka ukapa, di tupa tatis umentapeto, bakashupate uko papatatas, patin, dudubashipete opak atabatan. Bedesu tapa ante kupakash patbi, betide matada kupat, betito mandahata metis umpaka, kua tono papai shipan, betitu umpata atpi, betisupta antatio, pato unkupatisiti, Sapate senda paata pachoto patari upatarakar matare, Betesopata, Bashonto papaki to topata sopate, Bekapuban kai gibitisiopata bak ush pataban. Betipatan totopata city, Uto the petite coma, Tatepete and patate opa, Katoshopata alebite. Everybody take a nice deep breath on that one and just breathe. I feel that I'm just going to go through this a little bit because I was getting some imagery there that I feel like I needed to share. You guys know that on my light languages, I do not like to go word for word interpretations because I feel it dilutes the energies or the message that's coming through for all of you. But in the same token, sometimes I just get stuff and I want to share it too. There was a part there, what I was seeing, okay, visually seeing, that has to do with the core of the earth that we're on, okay, the crystalline core, I would say. So this has to do with the crystals or crystalline core of the earth, and somehow there, and also the magnetics that us tying or connecting our energies down deeply into the core center of the earth, that we're very tied or very connected to this magnetic and also to the crystalline core. And that is very important for us, is what I was getting with that. Very important for us to also stay not just grounded, but also to deflect some of the energies, almost like it's like some of the magnetic energies. And I get this visual of a asteroid or a metallic core, you know, asteroid that has metal or, you know, some kind of magnetic in it that is part of it. And it's like two magnets, you know, when they come like this, they repel, if like one's going to repel off the other one. So it's similar to that, where if we think of ourselves or our energies or our bodies as a repelling type of magnet or magnetic, because I don't think anything that's magnetic wouldn't necessarily come crashing into the earth like to destroy it in a way, because it would just repel, because the earth's inner magnetics would cause that to repel, okay? So if it doesn't have magnetic in it, then that's another story. But that's how I'm getting this analogy that the message is trying to share, is that for us to be like that magnet, for us to stand in our core and our core magnetics, to allow some of the lower frequency to deflect off of us, just like that magnetic, that it won't even come into our field because it can't. Okay, so this is a positive, negative energies, just like a battery or something, you know, but it literally can just repel. So that's some of the message I just wanted to bring forth, because it was an image that came in that I know how to do with this, and yet I'm not going to give like word for word interpretations of that. But that is the Spica beings coming through for this transmission to try to share and to assist in our timeline here. And so I want to just thank you guys for listening and for tuning in to this energy here. I'm just going to I might come back and share a little bit more about them as I get more downloads, or perhaps even maybe come in with a picture of them. I don't know though, just depends. I did a lot of the imagery of the star people, and that's kind of like, you know, it was kind of getting a little bit much with that. And I was doing it for my Oracle deck for celestial frequencies, because it has like 12 of the star people images in there. So I was kind of working towards that. And now it's kind of like, I don't know if I wanted to continue doing that or not, but I will continue on doing my artwork in some way, shape, or form with that. But I'm not sure if that's going to be one that they're going to come through with the Spica people or not. I don't know at this point in time. But I do know that this prompted me, because of this transmission and this energy and that they were bringing forth, that I was almost like, well, how can I help? You know, how can I do my part in what I'm doing? And so that's what came from the idea to put forth some cell phone or smartphone, cell phone, mobile type of cell phone wallpaper that can help energetically to raise the frequencies of us when we're on our phones, like 24/7, some of you, some of you. And I know that I try to stay off of it. I don't like my phone. I mean, I use it, it's necessary, but I don't like spending hours upon hours of time on it. But I know a lot of you guys do, and some of it is for work and business that you do. And I know for myself, I have to use it too. But I also felt like if I'm just gonna be staring at this screen, I want something that's gonna be high frequency behind it, you know? And so not just a picture of like a, you know, wallpaper with hearts on it or something, you know, I wanted something with my artwork that I know has high frequency and is gonna bring it. So I'm gonna bring some of those. If they're not already out already here, go check my website always, because, you know, you never know when I'm gonna roll stuff out. But this whole thing prompted me to try to produce those. And I had always been a bit hesitant to come out with the digital stuff, but I just felt like they were giving me the message that, you know, yes. And I was feeling like I wanted to do my part in this way to help people, just so, again, to deflect some of the EMF, but also just to raise the frequency of the technology that we do have here that we're working with, so that it can, you know, help us in a positive direction. And so I hope you guys are enjoying this channel and content. So if you are, and if you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel. And YouTube calls it subscribe. I like to call it joining the tribe. So please make sure to give it a thumbs up and a like, and share the video for those of you that think others will be interested in this, and also comment on the video. I love to interact with you guys. I like to respond back to your comments as well. So make sure you do that, and to make sure you hit the notifications bell so that you don't miss a thing on new videos when they come out. And also, if you guys would like to see me on other platforms, I'm also on BitChute and Brighteon and Rumble and Odyssey, and those links are below, so you can catch me over there if you prefer. And also, if any of you guys are looking to get some replatforming assistance and move to other platforms and take all your videos over there, or you need some assistance with any of that, or even some website development, I have a great resource for you. His name is Matthew Raymer with Anomalist Design and Content Safe, and his information is below as well. If you guys would like to donate to my work and support me on this wonderful journey called life and what I'm doing for my purpose, you can go on to my website at LIGHTSTARCreations.com. There's a donation page there, or you can see it in the links below as well. And I have many different ways that you can donate. You can, what I've called vibrational giving. I have a way for you to do that. Or you can just donate whatever you would like. You can also become a patron over on Patreon, and you can also do super thanks, or what I call super thanks, and it's on YouTube, and it's got the little heart button, and you can donate that way as well if you prefer. But any of or all of these different ways are available, and you can see them all from my donation page on my website. And again, go to the links below, or just lightstarcreations.com and see the donation at the top. And thank you for all of you who are already have donated, and anyone who does donate, just so you know, I do a light language blessing right back for you guys for abundance in your lives as well, anytime anybody donates. So you get a little nice bonus as well. So thanks again for all of your wonderful, awesome contributions, and to all my patrons. I love you guys, and thanks so much for your generosity. So anyways, I wanted to share this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, go to my website if you guys are interested in working with me either privately in private sessions. I have a ton of work that I provide there. All of my session work and all of my artwork and my music, as well as all of the custom art and different things that I have to share over there on my site. And as usual, I will be back on here again to provide more content for you guys. As always, I want to thank you guys for all of the things that you brought forth, and for all of your energies, all of what you're doing on this planet. And just remember to, don't forget about yourself. Don't forget to shield yourself from these other energies that are coming in so they don't sideswipe us and that they don't take our higher frequencies lower, okay? So with that said, I want to send you guys off with so much love, light, and energies from the galactics, the angelics, the elementals, the fairies, all the love beings that love you, and also your higher self, your guides, and all of the beings that are there in the higher realms, master realms, to work with you as well. So I'll be back soon. Love you guys. Bye for now.